I've said before, why did I run? There are two principles. People asked me to do it. There was a democratic principle at stake, and then also feeling that there could be someone in that position who's more accountable, who has better judgment, and better leadership skills. One of the things I just want to leave you with today is there's a recent article, and there are 7 candidates now. And so they gave a short little blurb about every candidate, and then they had a label, a one-word label for everyone. And before the article came out, the reporter called me and kind of apologized. He said, my editors did this. You're the businessman. And I cringed when I heard that, because I'm a soccer guy who ultimately became a lawyer and a businessman. I'm not a lawyer who got interested in soccer. This sport's been ingrained in my soul since I'm 3, since my father dragged me to semi-pro games in the early 1970s, and then on. And I've been consistently involved in the sport. The other thing I want to say is that about this job, this is, in the immediate aftermath of the U.S. failure 4 weeks ago, I think there was some hysteria about really what this job is about. This is a very complex job. It involves someone that has a deep background in the sport and a lot of experience in soccer, but also has leadership organizational skills, deep experience there, leading organizations and companies, and someone who has deep business skills. Someone who has consensus building, conflict resolution, negotiation, and other leadership skills. And I believe I have that. I'm the one candidate here that combines that in a confluential way. In terms of platform, there's a 20-point platform I have, which you'll all be getting. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to talk about a few of the things, and particularly for this group. One of the first things I'm going to do is create a task force to end the divisiveness in youth soccer, the zero-sum divisiveness. One of your colleagues from Western New York, he drew a line for me out in Dallas, and it was a top line. And above that line was the number 4 million to represent the number of registered youth players. And underneath that, he drew 3 lines, one to USYS, one to US Club, one to AYSO, and the respective numbers of registered players. And what he said to me is, nobody at US Soccer looks under that top line. And it was a great metaphor. And that's going to change in this case. We're going to have a task force filled with state association people and others in the youth sector to fix this. I see it. I hear it. There are 2 state cups in Massachusetts. Why? Not because there are so many great players in Massachusetts that justifies that, but because there are sanctioning and registering organizations that are fighting. That doesn't help this sport at all. That confuses parents. There's an attrition rate at age 13, which is higher than in other sports. We have to stop that. We're going to address these issues. We're going to solve the infighting, and we're going to create a bit of harmony to get this league going, get this sport going forward in the youth end. FIFA. I have no ties to FIFA. I'm glad to say that. I'm going to be a true FIFA reformer. In the interest of time, I'll move on to the next point. The SRA issue that you're all facing, another example of top-down edicts. I've heard when the question was asked of U.S. Soccer, what's the problem? They said 3 of 55 state associations are bad actors.
30 seconds.
So 52 of 55 are doing it the right way. That doesn't make sense. So we're going to have a summit to fix these issues or address these issues ourselves. The women's national team playing conditions, they're going to be equaled out right away. Paul makes a great point about others on the Athletes Council, Paralympic, futsal, and beach. They as well are going to be treated with respect. And that's a common theme I hear from everyone. They don't feel like they're treated with respect. Every constituent in U.S. soccer is going to be treated with respect. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Steve.